Today, people, I'm going to talk about something that a lot of you ask. A lot of you out there asking, do I have a chance to possibly win in the upcoming 2012 election? What I'm going to tell you, and I'll explain it to you, I cannot prove one way or the other. The information is not available to me as of right now. But I want you to listen to what I have to say, and then I want you to decide. Whichever way you choose is your choice. But do I have a chance to win? If the information is correct that I tell you, I have an extremely outstanding, very good chance to win. If it's incorrect, then we probably have a little harder fight, but I think very well we can win. Here it is. Day after the election of 2008 that I ran in, I got a phone call. I can't verify it. I didn't write the phone number down. I didn't call it back. All I know, it could be a prankster or it could be real. But I got a phone call that they said they were from the Libertarian Party. And they told me, they asked for me, J.D. Creveau, and I said, this is me. They said, between James D. Creveau, James Creveau, J.D. Creveau, and J.D., that I actually pulled over 8,700,000 votes as a write-in in all 50 states. Can I prove this? No. Why? Because what I was told by the Federal Election Commission. All my votes, because I did not have a vice president, was disqualified and therefore discarded. Okay, that's fine. But it should record the votes, I felt. So I went to the state of Virginia first to see how many votes I actually got in the state of Virginia. I know I wrote my name in, and I know my wife wrote my name in. So that is a definite 2 votes that should be there. I know my name is, that's a positive 1 vote. And I look under James E. Creveau, and it's got 0. That's right, 0. And I've gone through all the other different states, and it's 0. Now I'm thinking, why is it showing 0? So then is when I called the Federal Election Commission, and they told me, because my vice president quit. I didn't have a vice president. I did have a vice president until 3 weeks before the election. She never registered with the Federal Election Commission. She was a head of a chapter of the NAACP. I feel like telling you her name, Mary Graham or something like that. Mary something. She was pretty well known in her area. Now, I am wondering, is this person real or was she actually a plant? I don't know. Because what happened is 3 weeks before, she said no and she would not register. And her reasons were ridiculous because she said, I can't afford it. And my question was, I never asked you for 1 red cent. It's free to register. It doesn't cost you anything to register with the Federal Election Commission. All you got to do is send in the paperwork. Now, here's the truth of the matter, people. The truth of the matter is, I did run in 2008 from my house on this computer, doing videos just like this. You can go and you can check them. Did I get any votes? Well, you're going to have to decide which way. Did I get the over 8,700,000 votes, or did I not? That's going to have to be your choice. I can't say yes, I can't say no. All I can say is I did receive a phone call. All I can say is across the country, I received several cards and letters from different law firms congratulating me on my outstanding showing in the last presidential election. That I can say. I got some from California, I got some from the state of Washington, I got some from Utah, I got some from Pennsylvania, I got some from New York, I got some from Florida, and several other states. There was a whole bunch of them. But I can't say what I actually did pull. How did these people know these things? How did I get these? That's a question. And if that count is correct, if it's correct, notice I say if, then as a write-in, I came in as an outstanding 3rd. Greatly beating Ron Paul, greatly beating Huckabee, greatly beating everybody except for McCain and Obama. The news says there was a spoiler that caused Obama to win. The only way the spoiler could be is if they did get over 8,700,000 votes, and they figured that all those votes that spoiler got would have went to McCain. Because if McCain would have got 8,700,000 more votes distributed among the states, McCain might have won. That would make a little more light on the election to be maybe it might be true. You notice everything I'm using is as an if and maybe, because I cannot prove it. Now I do know, because I have a neighbor who's helping me with the election, and she said she wrote me in also, that her brother is very high in Washington in the Republican Party. And when she mentioned my name, he said, "Oh, you know him. He's a thorn in both the Republican and Democrat side." So, I can't tell you if it's true. I cannot tell you. But, if there's any inclination that it is true, then yes, I have an outstanding possibility of winning. And yes, I do ask you to help me by contributing. If all those people who wrote me in, if it's true, sent me just $1, just $1, I'd have almost $9 million in our treasury. And if I got that, imagine what type of campaign I could run. Because all I have to do is get $100,000 from 20 different states. That's all. And then the federal government, last election, would have gave me $84 million. I don't know. With deflation and inflation, it might be more, it might be less. Because they passed a law. Because they realized for a person to run for president, to make it fair and equitable, they have these funds. But they get to monitor how the funds spent. That's why Obama refused to use any funds. Because he didn't want the federal government monitoring him. So the choice is yours to believe, if you want, that yes, I got 8,700,000 votes, or to disregard it and say it's a bunch of crap. Just like I don't say vote for me. I will never tell you to vote for me. I will tell you, check me out. If you agree with me, support me. Spread me to other people. Let other people know that you have a man that is going to make a difference. I'm not saying could. I said is. The difference is I'm positive. You want someone who has a large experience of leadership, which I do have. And I know what a leader is. A leader is not a ruler. Big difference. A ruler is more like a dictatorship. What Congress is doing right now, they are ruling you. They are telling you you're going to have to do and you got to live with these things, whether you like it or not. That's a ruler. A leader says, what do you want? Okay, here's how we can go about accomplishing it. And he leads in a direction that the people want. That's just the first step of a leader. Understanding how your decisions will have consequences on everything else. That's another step. Accepting the responsibility. That's another step. Displaying the traits and being able to stand up for the people you represent. That's another trait. I will give you a video on leadership later on down the road. But this, I just want you to know, could possibly be true. Or it could not. I could have came in as a strong third of 8,700,000 write-in votes in all 50 states. You have a nice day. This is JD. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's not. You listen to what I told you. You decide. With the information I could get, it's strange that there is absolutely nothing on me for votes when I know positively I wrote me in, and I believe my wife when she says she wrote me in. So I should have showed up with at least 2 votes, correct? But it doesn't. It shows none. And the Federal Election Commission says it's because I did not have a vice president. All my votes were discarded. You have a nice day.